How to fix the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns have been on my mind since Devin Booker's my favorite young player in the NBA. Devin Booker this past season averaged 26 points per game, shot 46 from the field, also 32% from the three-point line, averaged 6 rebounds and 4 assists per game. This brother's a stud. People like to say he's stat chasing, but he's not necessarily stat chasing when he had to play the point guard position. He had to do everything for the Phoenix Suns because the Phoenix Suns are just terrible. This franchise has made mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. And just like DeAndre Ayton, not saying he's not going to be a great center one day or a potential all-star type of player, but they had a chance to draft Trae Young and Luka Doncic. I was one of the first people on Twitter, first people always talking about how Trae Young and Devin Booker would be a deadly backcourt, or Luka Doncic and Devin Booker would be very exciting for the Phoenix Suns franchise, but they decided to go with the big man that was, he wasn't that bad this season. He was 16-10. That's pretty great numbers for a rookie. But I just don't see him being as impactful or as great as Luka Doncic or Trae Young. But the thing about it is that if you want to fix the Phoenix Suns, they had a 6 overall pick. They were expected to get a top 3 pick this season. That didn't go right in the lottery. So they had a 6 overall pick. They're probably going to draft a point guard, Darius Garland, out of Vanderbilt, I believe. 6'2", shot creator, slasher, can get to the rim. That would be a nice pairing with Devin Booker. But my thing is about the Phoenix Suns is that if they want Devin Booker to stay, he just signed a contract. I think it was a 5-year, $139 million contract. He's going to be with the Phoenix Suns until the 2023 season. But if the Phoenix Suns do not start winning and winning fast, then they're going to lose Devin Booker to free agency. And probably the same thing that happened with Anthony Davis. Devin Booker's going to try to ask out in the final year of his deal and try to force a way to go somewhere he wants to go. So if they want to stop that from happening, they need to find ways to win. So instead of drafting a point guard, why not go out and trade for Chris Paul? Chris Paul would be an excellent fit next to Devin Booker. He's a pass-first point guard. He could teach Devin Booker how to win. The Phoenix Suns have a lot of cap space because it's just like nobody's necessarily has the Phoenix Suns as the number one option in free agency. They can have all that cap space in the world, but nobody really wants to go and sign with the Phoenix Suns, and I don't understand why, because Phoenix in general is a beautiful, beautiful city. But yeah, I would try to trade for Chris Paul. Veteran leadership can help the Phoenix Suns make it into the playoffs, maybe push to get into the playoffs, and he can kind of mentor and teach Devin Booker the art of trying to win regular season games and the art of winning in period, because Devin Booker doesn't know how to win. Or if you want to try in free agency, this could be, I know they have a lot of capital, but if they want to try in free agency, you do everything in your power June 30th at 6 p.m. to at 9 p.m. Eastern, whatever the side of the world that D'Angelo Russell is on, side of the country, if he's on the West Coast, if he's on the East Coast, you be at his front door and you try to sign D'Angelo Russell and you pair him with his buddy Devin Booker if you can. Now, D'Angelo Russell, we don't know what's going to happen with the Brooklyn Nets, but people are speculating that Kyrie Irving's going to sign with the Brooklyn Nets, so they're not going to sign D'Angelo Russell. If you are the Phoenix Suns, you try to pair up D'Angelo Russell, a young guard, with Devin Booker, and then you have a very exciting backcourt, possibly for the next 10 years, if you can get that done, because D'Angelo Russell's a stud. He's a shot creator. He can shoot the three. He can pass the ball, and he can help Devin Booker. And then now you have a little nice young core with D'Angelo Russell, with Devin Booker, and with DeAndre Ayton. The thing about it is, though, we don't know if D'Angelo Russell is going to be interested in playing in Phoenix, even though he's good friends with Devin Booker. So I think that may be a connection there. But who knows? We're hearing that the Indiana Pacers may be interested. We're hearing that the Chicago Bulls may be interested. There's a lot of teams that may be interested in D'Angelo Russell's service. And D'Angelo Russell's going to kind of have his pick after Kyrie signs and after Kemba Walker signs. Who knows? Maybe the Knicks may even be interested in D'Angelo Russell. So if I am the Phoenix Suns, though, I'm going after D'Angelo Russell, or I'm trying to trade for Chris Paul, because it's very important for you to establish a winning environment, a winning culture before Devin Booker gets into that fourth year of that massive contract that he already signed. Because if you don't get nobody and you just draft Darius Garland or you draft a young stud to pair with Devin Booker, then in 4 years, you're not going to win. You're not going to win any games. And then in 4 years, Devin Booker's going to win out. And then you're going to be stuck with another young stud and DeAndre Ayton. And then it's going to be like the whole situation over again where the Phoenix Suns is just bad. And we do not want that, especially since me being a Devin Booker fan and a Phoenix Suns fan. I like the Phoenix Suns, but I really, really like Devin Booker. He's my favorite young player in the NBA, and I want him to be successful. I want him to win, but he needs to go and make sure and put some pressure on James Jones, who's the new GM of the Phoenix Suns, and to make sure they're doing everything in their power to try to win so he can learn how to win and they can start competing. Nobody wants to be 25, 26 years old and never been to the playoffs or never had a winning season in the NBA.